St. Matthew 22 and verse 37. Jesus said unto him, Thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy mind. Let me read it again. Thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy mind. I want to share with you from these words, when you learn to really love God. Did y'all hear that subject? Come on and repeat it. I think you got it on the screen by now. When you learn to really love God. I want you to think about what this subject is saying. When you learn to really love God. It's hard for me to imagine or believe that anyone in this room right now could say that they did not love God. I don't believe anybody here would be bold enough or that would take light of this matter. I don't believe anybody here would say that they hate God. However, I think that many people are impressed with God. I want you to follow this chain of thoughts here. I think a lot of folks are impressed with God. They like God. Are y'all listening to me? They like God. They like the church. But do they really love God? Do they really love the church? Y'all come on, say amen. Look at it from this point. Most young couples tend to start off liking one another. You folks that are older, who are married, and the mate you have, they talk about this stuff about falling in love at first sight. I don't know about that so much. Yeah. I think most of the time you like the person. Yeah. Come on, y'all. And when you look at the word like, the word like is defined by Webster Dictionary to feel attraction toward or take pleasure in, enjoy. Yeah. So there are many people who like the church, are attracted to the church. Listen to me. Take pleasure in coming or being a part of the church. They enjoy church. The same goes with God. They like God. Come on, y'all. I know we're a little smaller number. Come on, say amen. They are attracted to God. And who wouldn't be when He is so good to us? Amen. Because even if you're not saved, you ought to be wise enough to know that God has been good to you. Amen. And it is the Lord's doing that you're even here today. Come on, y'all, say amen. Amen. These individuals take pleasure in God. Amen. Yes, you enjoy God because He's enjoyable. He calms our fears and He soothes our pain. Yes, you enjoy Him. You like Him because when people have prayed for you, when somebody's prayed for me, had me on their mind. Somebody prayed for you, and when they pray for you, things change. Am I right about that? Even for those of us who are saved, and even if we are saved, we tend to have individuals that we really trust and believe they get a prayer through. Amen. And so you got to say you enjoy God. You appreciate who God is. Come on, lift your hands and tell God thank you. Thank you, Lord. Come on, y'all can do it. Come on, everybody, lift your hands and say, Lord, I thank you. Now, come on, clap your hands. Everybody, clap your hands. I'm not going to be long this morning, so stay with me just a few minutes. But the question really is, do you love God? Look at your neighbor. Y'all hear me preach. Look at your neighbor and say, do you love God? Come on, ask that question again. Do you love God? You see, there's a difference between like and love. Y'all hear me? There's a difference between like and love. The word love is defined as a strong affection for someone. It is an adoration. It means to hold dear. It means to cherish. Amen? Come on, y'all. Come on. Say amen. A synonym for the word love is devotion. Because if you love someone, you will be devoted to them. A devoted person is dedicated. A devoted person is one who is attached. So if I really love God, I am what? Devoted to Him. I am dedicated to Him. I am attached to Him. Y'all don't say amen. Think about it in these matters. A boy who is dating a girl might really like her, but at the same time he may not really be devoted to her. Because if he's devoted to her, which means, listen to this, he's loyal. Amen. If he's really loyal and devoted to her, when Mary comes along the way, another girl, that's what I'm trying to say, then he won't be drawn away from the one that he loves. Am I making any sense here? Now come on, say amen. If he's not devoted, then there's not the real love that is there. Y'all say amen. Come on and say amen. And then you have to understand that love grows when you love a person. Amen. It grows. Sister Bride and I have been married now more than 34 years. I love her more now than when I first married her. Y'all hear those? Now come on, say amen. Now I started off liking her. Y'all hear what I'm saying? I started off liking her. We didn't start dating until a year and a half after we known each other. We were free. And then we started dating. And I liked her. And as I moved on, I fell in love with her. That's what I'm saying. When I made the decision to marry her, I was devoted then. Are y'all hear what I'm saying? Let me tell you why, because I give young couples this advice. When they get ready to get married, be sure about the situation. You don't go into your marriage with something else along the line. Because after I asked her to marry me, there was another young lady who was interested in me.
Oh, all right now. No. She knocked her out the way then.
Yeah, I had some other folk interested in me. There were other folks interested in Sister Bride. But when I asked her to marry me, this other young lady, who even said recently, said that should have been my husband. When I got engaged to Sister Bride, and I was born in Jackson State, and you know we didn't have all these cell phones we got now. She would write me letters. I returned no letters to her. Y'all hear what I'm saying? She would call home, tell the folk home, say, when you get in from school, tell them to call me. I returned no call. Y'all follow what I'm saying? Because you got to be what? Dedicated. You got to be loyal. Y'all come on, say amen. And so if a young man really loves the girl, there will be an attachment that will be hard to break. Y'all come on, say amen. I'm looking at this thing from the standpoint because the church has, I want to say again, the church has many people who like God. But God is looking for those folks who really love him. He's looking for folks who are willing that their love grow. You see, your love ought to grow for God every day. Y'all come on, say amen. To love him would be to follow what Jesus said in the text. Thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy mind. One preacher said, and I'm quoting what he said here, he said, if you ask the average person if he loves God, his answer would probably be yes. However, many people who sincerely believe they love the Lord are mistaken. He said they're mistaken. Sadly, they may not even know him. Oh my goodness. We use the word love, he said, rather loosely, ascribing it to most treasured people in our lives as well as our trivial preferences. Trivial means something that's not important. It is worthless, but yet we say we love. To love the Lord with all our heart, soul, and mind simply means we express our love for him continually. Amen. Say amen. Amen. Come on, say amen. Amen. And again, it's not like the boy who says he loves Sue, but next week he's with Mary. If you express your love continually, it means I love the Lord. Amen. I love it when things are good. Then I love it when things are bad. Hallelujah. That's why I declare that he's good. And he's good all the time. Thank you, Jesus. Somebody help me tell God, say, I love him today and I will love him tomorrow. Anybody say and declare that I love him today and I will love him tomorrow? Thank you, Jesus. I love him now and I won't be sidetracked by the ways of the world later. And as he pours out his love to us, we should desire to honor him. Because if you love him, you'll be obedient. Thank you, Jesus. Lift your hand and say, Lord, have your way. Lord, have your way. Come on, say, Lord, have your way. Lord, have your way. There's some misconception about loving God. Yeah, there's some misconceptions. Because you can fear God and really not love him. Oh, it's right to reverence God. You know, recognizing that he's holy, he's just. But that doesn't mean that we have fully given our heart, soul, and mind to him. You can fear in reverencing God, and then you can fear by being frightened of God. Because the scripture says that devils believe and tremble. Are you hearing what I'm saying here? Somebody say amen. You might reverence him by coming to church on Sunday, but do you really love him? Many people in the world reverence him. Amen. They respect him. And you know how people sometimes who are not saved reverence and respect God? They will come near a church on the church ground and say, oh, I'm not going to do any drinking there because that's the church. Holy ground. Not going to do any cursing. Come on, y'all. Amen. That's a what? Respect. Amen. Young man told me, he said, when I was a teenager, he said, I'd be playing my music, blasting it real loud, but oh, if I saw a church, he said, I'd automatically turn my music down. Amen. That's respect. Amen. That's reference. Well, I can remember some years ago, we on my father's side of the family, he had 10 siblings, and I think all of them were living except one at the time. And of course, all of them have children. So when we get together, we probably 100 or more at times. And we were there in Chicago. We were going to go to church that Sunday. My oldest uncle had a talk with his brothers and other members of the family. He said, if we're going to church tomorrow, don't you go out tonight and drink all night tonight. He didn't tell them not to drink anyway. He said, no, but don't drink all night tonight and get in the car and come to church in the morning. He thought of that as being respectful. Amen. But listen, if you're going to please God, you got to do more than respect. Amen. If you're going to please God, you got to love Him. You got to love Him with all that you have on the inside. Why don't you tell God thank you?
Thank you, Lord.
Yeah, that misconception about loving God, because don't equate serving God with loving Him.
Amen.
If you love Him, you will serve. But service alone doesn't mean that you love Him. Say amen.
Amen.
You can serve Him by working in the church. And you ought to work in the church. But do you really love Him? Why don't you tell God thank you? Don't assume that your giving is always a sign of love. There are some people who will declare themselves to be sinners, and they give to the church generously. There are individuals who don't even set their foot inside of a church, and they give big offerings. We've had people over the years in this ministry who do not attend the church, but they give an offering.
Amen.
And that's a good thing. Come on and say amen.
Amen.
But giving does not mean you love Him.
Amen.
I heard one of the pastors on television who has a big ministry said a man wrote him a letter and told him, I'm going to send you a check. And I think the check was, it was up in the hundreds of thousands. And the man told him, said, I won't send you this check. He said, don't write me. Don't thank me. Don't call my name out. He said, I don't really agree with all you do. He said, but yet, some things you were doing, he thought was good. And the man was a multi-millionaire, and he didn't even go to church.
Yes.
Are y'all follow what I'm saying?
Amen.
So you know, he could not say he loved God, but he gave to the church. Come on, say amen. Amen. And then here's the final point. Please understand that religious acts does not always mean you really love Him. You could be a singer in the choir. You could be a teacher in Sunday school. It could even be the preacher. It could be testifying. Come on, y'all. But if you have not really given your heart to the Lord and to love Him, you do it only out of obligation.
Yes.
And that doesn't mean you love Him. God, my God. But God is calling for us to love Him. Look at your neighbor again and ask him, do you love Him? I don't have enough participation. Come on, say, do you love Him?
Do you love Him?
When you really learn to love God, then He's going to finish this up. The church will become your life. Y'all hear me? When you really love Him, the church will become your life.
Amen.
Now understand that some of us are able to be here more. There's some circumstances, jobs, some other things that may not allow some people to come as much as others. But yet the church will become a part of your life. Y'all come on, say amen.
Amen.
The elder Earl Shannon, you heard him say this. He said, y'all take the church with me, y'all done took everything. He said, all I know is church. All I know is church. Because when I dedicated and I love God and I love the church, all the other stuff people in the world are doing that's not right. I can't do it. Come on, say amen.
Amen.
But oh, I love God. And I love the church. Somebody say amen.
Amen.
When you love Him, your desire to know Him better grow.
Amen.
Did y'all hear me say earlier? I've been married more than 34 years, but I love my wife more than I did when I first married.
Amen.
You ought to love Him more today than you did yesterday. Somebody tell God thank you.
Thank you, Lord.
Somebody tell God thank you. So if I desire to know Him better, if it's growing, it means I got to talk to Him more. You see, when I really learn to love Him, I also learn to love prayer. Y'all got quiet. Will y'all just say amen?
Amen.
Come on, open your mouth and say amen.
Amen.
Y'all might know I keep hitting that thing about prayer. I keep talking about what? Prayer. Prayer is your communication with God.
Amen.
Y'all come on, say amen.
Amen.
And God is telling me to emphasize more and more about prayer.
Yes, Lord.
About, first of all, corporate prayer. Taking the time to come at the hour of prayer to cry out to the Lord together. And not only just corporate prayer, but what about individual time that we spend with the Lord, talking to the Lord. In order for a husband and wife to grow in love together, they got to communicate with one another.
Amen.
They got to talk to one another. Come on, y'all.
Amen.
That's how they find out the likes and the dislikes. Know how to what? Deal with each other. With one another. Come on, y'all. Notice I said deal with one another. And you do that by what? Communication. Because what works in one marriage may not work in another.
Amen.
Y'all hear me? This part of the message, the part of the message dealing with marriage too. One preacher, he's gone on to be with the Lord. But he said when he first got married, his wife fixed some spaghetti. And he said, I told her, don't you fix no more of that stuff. Well, I don't like that stuff. He said, I told her, because I didn't want to fix no more. It worked in that marriage. But that might not work in another marriage.
Amen.
But because there was some communication, he knew he could say what he said, and the way he said. Y'all come on, say amen.
Amen.
They stayed together till he died. They've been married over 40 years. Y'all come on and say amen.
Amen.
Come on, everybody say amen.
Amen.
When you really love him, yes, you learn, you want to pray more. Then listen, you learn to listen to him more. Somebody tell God that.
Thank you, Lord.
You become engaged in reading this book. Hallelujah. And I know sometimes you start reading the Bible, everything comes up. Phones start ringing. Folks want to come out of the house then. Come on, y'all. You get a little sleepy. And guess what you have to do? You have to keep reading until you wake up. Somebody say amen. But I guarantee you, if you start reading and you press your way on, oh, the word of God will become exciting. Because that's the way the Lord began to speak to you. Begin to talk to you. And then, yes, he can speak to your spirit. You have to learn how to hear his voice. Y'all, come on, y'all. Because I found a whole lot of folks talking about the Spirit said thus and so. It was not the Spirit of the Lord.
Yes.
So, but when you learn to love him, and you draw closer to him, you'll learn even to hear his voice. Why don't you lift your hand and shout hallelujah?
Hallelujah.
Come on, everybody, shout hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
When you really love him, I'm coming to a close, y'all. When you really love him, you want to please him more. Listen, God is looking for more soul winners. Why don't y'all repeat that? God is looking for more soul winners.
More soul winners.
So you really love the Lord. And the Bible said God is love. Guess what? The love of God will be within you. And you're going to love people. The church has got to wake up. The church needs more soul. Why do we need more soul winners? You know, I do a lot of reading. Can I share something for a moment? I'm almost through. In the state of Texas, I think I mentioned this, in the state of Texas, you had this mother who decided, because she saw her 7-year-old son with feminine characteristics, she decided that she would give him or take him, that he get hormone treatments to turn him from a boy to a girl.
Oh, Jesus.
And the daddy, who was separated from mom, he goes to court to stop her. And the courts agreed with the mom. Now the good news is he did appeal to a higher court, and the higher court has since stopped the situation.
Good.
And I pray to God that they won't allow the mother to continue to mess this child. Y'all come on, say amen.
Amen.
I shared something with my wife, I believe yesterday, in Minnesota. There's a mother who is suing the school district. Suing the school district because the school district decided to bring the doctors and nurses in to give this boy hormone treatment. Are y'all hearing what I'm saying? They gave it to the boy without her permission. And so far the courts have agreed with the school. The church needs soul winning. Amen. The church needs somebody to stand up for what is right. The church needs somebody to testify, not here in service all the time, but testify to the word. Amen. Somebody tell God thank you. Thank you, Lord. Come on, y'all do it. Come on, tell God thank you. Thank you, Lord. And then there's some other things going on. And I talked about this last Sunday. I wish I could have done that message better and saw some things I should have done differently. Trying to show you where we are in end time and what's going on. The devil is trying his best to destroy every family that is in this world. That's correct. Come on, y'all. You have different feminist groups who are anti-male. And you know what these groups are saying? They say they are working to abolish marriage. They are working to abolish marriage. And some will go so far to say, we are working to abolish the family. Say, when women have children, the children ought to be put in the hands of the state. And the state would have trained certain adults to raise the children so they can benefit the nation or the government. We're in the last days. Y'all come on, say amen. Amen. And God is looking for some soul winning. Somebody that will tell the world that God loves you. Somebody that will tell the world that God is a Savior. Somebody that will stand up and say marriage is an institution of God. Somebody that would tell the world that family are ordained of God. Why don't you clap your hand and praise the Lord? Come on, come on, come on, come on, praise the Lord. Hallelujah! Hallelujah! Come on, shout hallelujah! Come on, shout hallelujah! If you love the Lord, God is calling for more evangelists. That's tied into soul winning. And the reason I bring it up, I remember what Paul spoke and said, do the work of the evangelist. Thank you, Jesus. You don't have to have a title like myself and Elder Green. We are ordained ministers within the Church of God in Christ. We carry a license to represent the church. These missionaries carry a license to represent the church. But Paul will let you know you don't have to have credentials and license of the church. Do the work of an evangelist. That means that on your job, you ought to tell them what Jesus saves. Thank you, Jesus. You ought to tell your family that Jesus loves. You ought to tell somebody that Jesus is a deliverer. Why don't you tell God thank you? Why don't you tell God thank you? God will look for somebody to love him. Because right here in this back, I'm going to say we need a van ministry. Somebody need to be willing to drive today. Y'all done got quiet. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. God anoint people to teach. God anoint people to preach. God anoint folk to sing. Now some of y'all, he's not going to anoint to sing. Because you can't get in the key of A. You can't get in the key of C.O.G.I.C. Come on, tell God thank you. Thank you, Lord. In other words, you're not musically inclined, but that's all right. You sing and pray God. Amen. But since he didn't anoint you to sing, you just might have the anointing. Amen. To drive the church back. Come on, tell God thank you. And don't put that ministry down. Because if you have been chosen to do this, if God has chosen you to drive the van, and you bring folk to church where they can hear the gospel. And on the way to church, you tell them God bless you, God love you. You tell that child that God wants you to be saved. Are y'all hearing what I'm saying? Amen. That's a ministry within itself. Come on and tell God thank you.
Thank you, Lord.
And in the end, when you stand before the Lord, you stand in the judgment seat of Christ. God will reward you just like He rewards the singer who is singing, just like He rewards the preacher who's preaching. He will reward you when He will drive in the van and have the right mind. And I'm driving it because I love the Lord. Why don't you tell God thank you? We need a jail ministry. Somebody that will go behind the bars and tell those folk that seem to have been forgotten that God loves you and God cares for you. You might have made a mistake, but God is a God of a second chance. He's a God of a third chance. He's a God of a fourth chance. He will forgive you. Shout yes! I'm closing up.
Oh, yeah.
But He wants somebody to love Him
Yes.
until you love these little children.
Amen. Oh, yeah.
Say amen.
Amen.
I'm preaching a pastoral message.
You sure are?
Y'all come on, man.
Amen.
We need more workers for the youth department. If we don't get these children now in the younger years,
Amen, Pastor.
it's going to be harder to get them moving.
Amen.
Come on, y'all.
Amen.
I gave a stat last week for the first time in America among the millennials. That's what? 30 and younger? Was it 25 and younger? You're younger for the first time. Only 49% in that group say that they are Christian. That's the first time in the history of America when America started. More than 85 and 90% of folks said that they were Christians. Now the total has come down to 65, a 10% drop in one decade. And among the younger people, 49%. We got to help our children.
Amen.
Thank God for these children who are here today.
Amen.
Put your hands together. We love children. But we got to do better about our young people. God bless those who are working with the youth departments. Carla Moses out there. They're a wonderful job.
Amen.
We're just trying to get those little children mind. And I know everybody's not anointed to work with little children. I realize that. Honestly, when I taught school, I really wanted high school. I did have the middle group for a while. Middle school. I moved on to high school.
Yes.
Because those little children, you gotta have patience with them.
Patience.
You gotta have patience with them. Because they are what? They are children. Say amen.
Amen.
But do you really love Him? Are you ready for ministry? See, I'm concerned. Looks like I got to stop. Because my son told me, said, you start early. We ain't reached that. Leave at 1 o'clock. No, we wait for 1 o'clock. But let me say this to y'all. I'm concerned about the church. I'm concerned about the path that the church seems to be taking. I'm concerned about our complacency, being apathetic, not having the concern that we need to have about the church and about the Lord and about the work of the Lord. Jesus is looking at us, and He's looking at what we're doing and what we're not doing. Amen.
Amen.
Come on, y'all. Amen.
Amen.
And I'm saying we got to pick up the slack. I'm saying we got to do better. I'm saying that we got to work until the end. The end is coming for some of us before others. And I've been talking to the Lord and said, Lord, I've been pastoring for a number of years. And when I first came to pastor, I said, Lord, I don't know how to pastor with my prayer. Show me what I need to do. But I've been praying this year, Lord, things are different in 2019. Show me how to be a pastor in 2019.
Amen.
Because things are different. And I said, Lord, I've gotten older. And I don't know how long you're going to let me live. But whatever time you're going to allow, I will do my best.
Amen.
I want to see more people saved. I want to see more people delivered. We got to have a determination, y'all.
Yes, sir.
I said, we got to have a determination. We got to have a determination to allow God to use us in the kingdom of God. And it's going to start with Him when we really learn to love Him. Everybody stand with me. Come on, stand with me. Hallelujah. Everybody stand. Clap your hands as you stand. Come on, clap your hands. I'm getting ready to end everything, because I know we have a lot that's going on today. Get ready to end. But I want to talk to you just for a moment.